All right, should we do the Prifty now? I never really watched too much of Mogely's streams doing this, so this will be interesting for me. Damn, the video's doing good. 50k views in 2 days. Okay, we have Manuel Mogely Herrera, one of my groomsmen at my wedding. I invented a new skateboarding trick. I do like the title and thumbnail. World's first primo grind. Mogely has been cooking this video for how long was it? 27 streams or something? Some insane amount of streams. And then he finally did it. I think it was 27. I can't remember. I think a couple of people accidentally did this, but no one has ever actually done a primo grind. They've done primo slides on the ground, on the ledges, on different stuff, but never on a rail. And Mogely went on the mission to do it on the rail, so I'm curious to see the journey. I know that he did do it. Spoiler alert, he did do it, but let's see the process.
Congrats, Denise.
Boom!
I came across
Damn.
this accidental lock-in on a primo grind, and that really sent me into my journey for looking if it had been done on a circle rail. So these are all the attempts that I was looking at, and I was
this
so
one I'd
amazed.
seen before.
I was becoming more inspired.
I feel like this is the way to do it. Like, obviously not on a handrail, but like, see how this one's kind of cheating is because it's hitting the wall. Like the wall is
so
supporting
amazed.
it.
I was becoming more inspired as I kept seeing them on
Oh, I never saw that
handrails.
one.
And even just a Primo 5.0, that would have been insane. I watched Dan Corrigan's video about a pro trying it. The pro tried it on a square rail, which is amazing, but not what I was looking for. Made me feel like, couldn't anyone? Has it been done? Someone sent me this, and it was one, but it was with the support of a wall.
Wow.
Then I found one on Reddit. Wildest trick I've accidentally did. As I watched this clip happen, it was such a good Primo slide on this wooden surface. It wasn't what I was looking for. Doing a primo grind.
When Mogely first told me about this, this is what, like, if someone said, do it and I'll give you $1 million, I think this would be the way that I would do it. Thick ledge. So, like, technically, this is what Mogely's saying. He's like, he doesn't consider this to be a rail. I would consider this to be like a thick, it's like a thick rail, but the guy is skating it as if it were like a ledge or a mani pad or a block, you know? But to me, this is the most doable way. And like, see how he has it slight downhill? I'd have it even more downhill.
Doing a primo grind on a circle rail. So I began my journey. I should say that I've never done a primo slide or attempted to even learn how to primo anything, but I was quickly finding out how difficult it was to try to do it, especially with my trucks getting stuck in between the rail. When it came to day 3, I chose to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he definitely
just send
needs a
it
thick
on
rail.
this flat bar. This flat bar is a little more thicker than the one at the skate park, so there's no way my wheels will go in. Let's see what the progress is here for the primo grind.
Day 3 is where it clicked in my head where a wider rail would work. I even felt like I almost landed it, just like that last attempt that you see. Then I came back for
What's crazy to me is the most I've ever tried a trick. Like this is not really trying a trick because he's trying to learn a trick and invent a trick that doesn't exist. But like the most I've ever tried a trick at one particular spot is often when I would film, I would go back the second day and usually get it on the second day. But there's only a few tricks where I like tried 3 times and then I would usually give up. Mogely has done multiple tricks where he tries for like 10 plus days. Like to me, I'm like, no, that's too many. But I feel like this is a little bit of a different scenario than what I mean. I more mean like, oh yeah, I want to go do this trick on this handrail. And then we go, get kicked out, go, don't get it, go, and then maybe get it or don't. And then, but I never would really go past day 3.
4, but I quickly realized that I wasn't in a right place with the way I was skating this spot. So after trying it for 5 minutes, I had just decided to leave and go to the skate park, ultimately just going 30 minutes at it just to realize that day 1 and 2 were examples of why I wasn't gonna do it there.
I like how he found all these thick ones. Accidental kick for 50. Looks good.
My trucks just came off. That's crazy.
Day 5 was one of the most important days of this journey because the last one showed that it was possible to slide or grind on the Primo.
Oh, that was a good log.
Day 6, unfortunately, I was desperate and I was in the Southern California area where I could not find a little rail, and it's insane that
I like this setup. Down, but I think if this is like, instead of being lower, have it up and sloping down. But it was too short, I guess.
tried it on this little thing for like 30-40 minutes. Honestly, I just couldn't
What,
even
again?
deal with the trucks anymore. I was just going through it this day.
What trucks
Day
are those?
6 is one that I won't forget because I really just tried my best to just make the best.
What trucks are those? It broke again? Did he do something weird? What is this, Luna? Luna Light? What the hell? Is it just some random brand?
Just make the
What?
best of everything, you know what I mean? And I ended up with just this.
Yeah, the obstacle's too
Day 6
short.
was definitely the worst
TikTok
day.
trucks? Oh
Or not
my
the worst.
god.
Today was just not a good one. I couldn't find any flat bars or anything around
But see, like,
the Ventura County.
low-key, feel like you could ride off this and do a freestyle style primo. Because on a rail, you couldn't do it because you have to ollie up. But down, you could kind of do that. Oh, I wonder if I could do it like that. Like effectively a ride-on. Fuck, maybe I should try that. So then... Because, like, look, this is Mogely's thing. I'm so hyped. I'm so proud that he did this. I don't want to say, wow, that's cool. I want to try. I don't want to do that, right? But I'm just thinking... I'm just thinking of his setup here. Maybe I could do a different trick that's like this. Where there's, like... Do I think that can be the rail? Like, if I have a ledge... Oh, my truck's broken too. Look how realistic it is. If I have a ledge and then the rail like down here, and then I'm riding along. Can I hold all this at once? Then I'm riding on the surface, and then as I drop down, go like that. I wonder if I could do that. Like, you know how I do the primo just on flat? Maybe I could be riding and then drop down onto it. I feel like that's actually kind of interesting. I wonder if I could do that. It's got Rick thinking already? Yeah, for real. I think he would be hyped if you landed one, honestly. Well, I like the idea of we could do it, like he's doing a trick into primo grind ollie up. I could try to do a ride on
The
one.
closest thing I could try it on. The attempts for this day, not even good. Not even worth showing. I swear, I promise. So,
But it might just not work, who knows?
Day 6 just not that good.
He has a handrail picked
Day
out.
7 would be better. Hopefully I find a better rail to try the Prifty on. So, yeah. Let's hope for day 7.
How
I
would I
had
get a
reached
thick
out to
ride on
William
rail?
Spencer because previously he had DM'd me saying that he had theories on the primo grind, and I wanted to
Sick
hear them
edit.
out because I was already in the middle of this battle and I needed some sort of direction.
Theorized.
And he said that riser pads would be helpful, and that's what I did.
Would riser pads be helpful? Let me think. Why would a riser pad be helpful? I guess you would make the space of the truck, like the axle and the wood, be further apart so you could have a bigger center of gravity, maybe?
Added riser pads.
Like, so this part and this part is further apart. Would it help you?
Day 7 turned out to be one of the most important days.
Made the video on his phone.
This was the first
That's
time
epic.
I actually started practicing the caveman to primo, although on day 5 I did try a few, but day 7 I actually was practicing them.
Wait, he put on
consistently,
huge riser pads.
trying to
He put on giant
more
riser
comfortable.
pads. They're thick.
and build that confidence to just be able to stand on top of the rail. And it was also my first time skating this yellow rail, which I think is really important throughout this whole journey. As you can see, I'm just standing on it, getting more comfortable.
I feel like you need an even thicker rail. Like, if this was twice as thick, maybe like 1.5 times as thick.
Just so I wouldn't be as surprised whenever I flipped into the primo on the rail. But After skating this spot for like about an hour, I had just decided to move back
that was
to
pretty
the
good.
red rail because there was water in the gutter at this spot.
Okay. I kept thinking about the red rail that I went to on day 5, and I want to go there today. This was great practice. I've gone on a few, some even went to the other side. Also was training here for like jumping on and like moving and kicking it back. So I want to go see how it feels on the red rail. So that's where we're going right now. Okay, we're back to this spot. This is where I think I got way more runway. I'm not constricted. The other rail was perfect, but I feel like I need.
I feel like I like the yellow better than this. Also, the ground is pretty jacked.
Runway for what I'm about to do, so.
And I don't like when a rail here is like you're kind of like claustrophobic, you know. So when you're landing in the primo, you're gonna like fall off awkwardly, and then the fence being right there is kind of annoying. Oh, he's going from that side. Accidental kick video. Oh, that was pretty good.
Schmeg. That counts, dude. What the heck? Did I do it? It looked like.
Let's see the slow-mo.
It was so fast. Yo, that was so fast. Listen, we're gonna play the footage back and we're gonna look at it.
Once I saw the replay, I knew that this wasn't the one, but it definitely solidified that I was getting closer.
Okay, we're done at this rail. We might go to the yellow one more time. We're back at the yellow rail. So let's get this right now.
This would be a reoccurring theme where no matter how tired I
I feel like
would
this is
just
the
continue
one
to
for
push
it.
myself until I literally couldn't continue to move and just be exhausted.
This is day 7 with my shoe. The end results. The shoe.
Yeah, if you ever battle a trick that has a kickflip and you just try, especially a double flip, let's say if he was doing double flip 50, it kills your shoe so quick. So even just doing kickflip,
Moving
like,
on to day 8 and forward, I started.
How long is he trying each day? 3 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Live streaming every
Crazy.
session
5
because
hours?
my phone storage started
2
to
hours?
get full and I needed another way to capture everything. So my Discord server was a huge help. Want to say thank you to Billy and Dwindle.
Yeah.
They really helped
Boom.
me out during this whole process.
Let's go.
If you want to join the Discord server, the description will have the link to it.
We're about to do it. Today is day 8 of primo grinding or sliding on a rail.
I was able to find a rail out in Ventura, but a lot of cars were parking here, so I had to move forward to day 9. Went back to the yellow rail, and let's just say I was just losing it already because primo on a rail is just so hard, you know what I mean? But then this happened. Rodney Mullen, I have no idea how I was invited to this event, and I was able to talk to him. He said, try frontside. And what did I do? I didn't listen. Stubborn as I was being, I just wanted to do it my way.
So Mogely talked to me about this on my stream, and he said, I guess he said it here, try frontside, but what Rodney Mullen said was try front 50 and heel flip in. Mullen said heel flip in, so the board is rotating up into the front side. Whereas Mogely told me Mullen said that, but I was kind of the same as Mogely. I was like, I don't know about that.
And honestly,
but I think it's an important thing to keep in mind.
I did try heel flip a few times, but I lost my heel flips during this journey because all I was doing was skating these rails, doing kickflip.
I think
so
the kickflip you have way more precision
there. And even with kickflip, sometimes I was having trouble with it.
I'm thinking more like, maybe you should, you know how you can do a 50 where you go front on? Maybe the kickflip should be front on because I feel like it's like Mowgli's very much going over, boom. If you could do it front on, so like maybe you could come more like front side 50 energy, but front on with the kickflip, and then you would really land more like dead center and more forward to have your weight being like more forward.
I started feeling a
Whereas
little...
see here, he's on this side, he's going to be on, and then he's going to be on the other side. Whereas if you did it kind of like a little bit more front, kickflip front 50 energy, but dead straight on, then you're like, I'm going straight, I'm grinding straight, and then I will pop out. I feel like that might be an interesting
discouraged,
thought as
honestly,
well.
throughout this whole.
If I were to do it on a square, like skinny ledge, like if a square metal skinny ledge, I feel like I could do this, which is a different thing. Like, don't take that the wrong way. It's a different trick. I probably wouldn't do it straight on, but doing it straight on would be an interesting thought.
Day in, day out, it was wild.
Yesterday we were getting pretty close, but we know how that went.
I really started just questioning myself, like, why am I doing this? Like, I just started reading comments as like, it's not possible, because I was updating social media with like clips and whatnot. There's a lot of hurt feelings when nobody believes in you, but then somebody said,
Dang.
Get Johnny Geiger on the phone, and I did that. Johnny already knew what I wanted to talk about, and honestly, his advice was very scary. Go.
All right, I gotta see his advice. I think Johnny Geiger is the best kickflip primo ledge guy. The one he did at the barracks really surprised me. I wonder if Mogely shows it in the video. If he doesn't, I'm just gonna show it anyway. Like, this is look, from the quarter.
Sorry.
Snake. Like, oh my god. Stupidest. Like, that was so good. And when you do a kickflip primo on flat ground is one thing. Kickflip primo on small mani pad is one thing. But this is like not a high ledge, but this is like a real sized ledge. Boom. And then a primo that long is very hard as well. And like, it had to be that long, otherwise you can't get out. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so major advice: roll up straight towards the rail. Okay, that's what I was just talking about just then. That's the scary part that keeps me from trying. I think it's actually not that difficult if you aim for it rolling
Honestly,
up straight and not sideways, but it's so scary and risky. The rail is perfect though. I would maybe give it a shot on this, but still, even if it's low, it's scary. My biggest fear would be to lock into 50.
Scary.
And yes.
Scary. Go straight at the rail. So I pursued my own way as usual.
I like that. Hey, Mullen, you got any tips? Yeah, do it like this. Okay. Hey, Geiger, got any tips? Do it like this.
And I
Okay.
still continued to have a troubling time.
I feel it though. I feel it.
Led me to just
he wasn't
losing my
asking. Mowgli was asking, give me some information. He wasn't saying, tell me what to do. He was saying, give me some information. So I feel it 100%.
Why must this be? I dedicated 15 days. I really want it. He's calling me crazy.
Boom.
On day 15, I landed 2 of them, and they weren't completely on top of the.
All right, if Mo ever watches this, tell him the reason
Day
that it gets
15.
stuttery. See how this is like stuttery? Because you put the keyframes. If you want to get rid of that, you need the video file and the final export to be the same frame rate. So if this video is 30 frames per second and this export is 60 frames per second, that's why it's stuttery. If you make them both 30 frames per second, it will never be stuttery.
On day 15, I landed 2 of them, and they weren't completely on top of the rail. It just felt like I slightly was already following the board, rounding off the rail. And
What the truck? My dad told me that? No. Oh, this was like... Look at it, how it bent.
rail. And I'll just say I started feeling a lot more confident. It started building me up. You can see that I landed on day 16, 17. And then on day 18, I just felt like this was going to be good. I went to the yellow rail, didn't.
I removed the rise. It's funny that William Spencer goes, put on rise pads. He goes, all right. Mullen says, do this. He goes, nah. Johnny Geiger says, do this. Nah.
Feel it.
But now
I
we
went
got the
to
rise
a
pads
blue
up.
rail,
Okay.
a new rail. I wasn't feeling it there either because of the way I had to skate it. And then I went to this green rail. This was the first time I skated this spot, which would be really important moving on forward. And then day 19, I
finally was taking Rodney's advice a little more serious and playing around with different tricks frontside.
Here we go.
Because frontside was a bit easier to see where I'm going, see everything, and I played with Vario a lot, and I just couldn't continue the session. My phone had died, so I had to call it. I was also already losing it, as you can see me thinking about day 19. Just mentally, I was like, what the hell? Day 19, that's how far we are? Then day 20, I went to my local just because I wanted to skate around here and there.
I don't know. I don't think we should try on this rail, but he's still trying to figure it out.
Ultimately, that was a close.
Like, I feel like, I mean, to practice, I feel like we should literally just get a thick round thing and just have it on flat and move it around.
I had gotten day 21. I went to
like
Castell,
bolted into the ground.
Not a good session. Day 22,
Yeah,
I went
not
to
up.
Westlake Skate Park and I pulled out my rail, tried to get it, and
You know what? Yeah, like he could have cut the legs on this or something, or like made a way that it slots into the ground and have like a thing that goes over it to make it
just
thicker.
wasn't working. My board was going in between the rails.
Up? Why are you going
wasn't
up?
helping at all. And I felt like I was making progress.
That's crazy. That's such a crazy setup to try this.
Honestly, for this trick, I shouldn't have been trying to try it on such a crazy obstacle, especially
Yes,
if I
and
hadn't
up.
landed one yet. So we went to day 24, back to the green rail where I did a kickflip one quick and started doing varial, and bro, I was actually
Darkside Everything
doing
filmed that?
them.
Oh shit, they met up? Damn, that's epic.
This place was good because my phone wasn't overheating, but
Yeah,
I
like
did
now,
twist
he
my
was-
ankle in the session. This took me out for a good week. It sucked. Honestly, I couldn't walk after that day, but I twisted my ankle again. Not so bad, just a light roll on day 25 early in the session. I'm talking about like 5 minutes in, and I was feeling defeated already. I don't know how I summoned the courage to kind of just push through it.
All right, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Dang.
I got on. Holy fuck.
Oh. That was a good grind. Whoa! Wait, is it that was the make, right? PM, 50 seconds.
Yo! No fucking way!
That was clean.
No fucking way! No way! Oh my gosh, bro! Dude, hold on, I gotta show you this angle. Hold on. Oh, dude. Oh, let me do this. Oh my.
Yo! That was so good.
As soon as I did this,
I can't believe he wanted to keep going. I feel like he's about to tell that story now. He was saying he felt like a little bit unsatisfied. Like, that's legit. Boom, we're in, we're locked, we're grinding.
as soon as I did this, I instantly knew that it was it. And it's not to say that it's the prettiest or anything. It's just showing that it's possible. I know it could be longer. We know that now because we know that it's possible to land it. And even after day 25, I'm gonna continue. You're seeing day 26. I'm continuing to see if I could push the limits and do a
Those
better
ones are
one.
funny.
Thank you to anybody that had stopped by through any of these live streams. I feel like even though I was alone, like right there at the spot when I was streaming it,
there was so many people encouraging me. Even on the days that I didn't land it, they were saying, this is the day, this is the one. And honestly, all that really made the difference. And I just want to say thank you so much for that support, because without those little just moments of encouragement, who knows,
that was good too,
if I would have just ended my session earlier. Because there were times that I pushed myself even more, especially after I was mentally thinking it's done. But make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow my streaming platforms to see what's next. Thank you for watching, and sayonara till next.
That was sick. Does Mogely have a kick? What's his at? That was insane. Shout out to Mogely. I feel like we gotta watch. Let's watch the make one more time. That was sick.
As soon as
it is interesting that the front sideness of the barrel flip kind of helped offset the sort of like side to side thing. But I feel like he should do it on a downward. I mean, like, obviously, where's he gonna find it? It's kind of sick that he did it in the street as well. If he could cultivate one that's going down, I feel like it would be much easier to grind longer. But I can see what he was going for, you know? Like, he still ideally probably wanted to grind a tiny bit more, but I think that was really good. So what Rodney was right. What a surprise. Well, it took 25 days. The days seen here were spread across a month of hard work, dedication, intense focus, a lot of research, conversation, how technique adjustments were made. Mogely gave everything to this trick. Good work, Mo. Can't wait for what comes next. Conversations, idea, and continue. Yeah, that's really cool. I love videos like this where people do it over a long period of time, you know, and like really do something great rather than just like smash out a video. That's why it does so well, is because like people respond really well to that. Yeah, Mo's close to 100K. I think change the banner though, Mo. We don't need this thing. What is this face and what is this? But hell yeah, shout out to Mogely. Amazing. Really cool.